We could have gone and watched the most ass game of all time. And instead, we watched the best game of all time. One of the greatest. I cannot believe that I was in the room for one of the greatest NBA Finals games that will literally probably take decades to have anything similar, like a comparable experience. From sunny New York City, New York, we're live and alive. Concrete jungle, where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York, and there's a lot to talk about because normally at this point of the broadcast, I tell you about my personal news. Normally, I'm a chud-ass loser, and I tell you, as a chud-ass loser, I didn't do shit last night, but last night is not one of those nights. That's right. There was a lot that took place last night, and many of you actually watched it on your television. I was there. Basketball history took place last night. I'll be talking all about that. I was there. I witnessed a miracle yesterday. I witnessed basketball history taking shape right in front of my eyes. And oh my God, it was an incredible experience. Hassan, please don't go to another game. I need the Spurs to win. Sorry. I know I have the opposite effect of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the cooler. I am the guy who brought it back. I was not mentioned in the celebrities that were invited. I was not mentioned in the celebrities that were invited to watch the game list either. Personal news. I ended the broadcast last night, as you guys know. Will was inebriated. He came over here and he beat my ass. And he demanded that we go to Madison Square Garden, which we did. We had dumped a decent amount of money for these seats that weren't like technically nosebleed seats, but they weren't great either. It was like a weird angle. You know, I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird angle. This was our angle. So it's not like terrible, but it's also not, it was actually a lot better than I thought we were going to get. Because I thought we were going to be nosebleeds, like literally at the top. But Madison Square Garden is incredible. Its layout is so good. And I will say it's probably the best basketball. It's definitely the best basketball game I will ever watch for the rest of my life. Yeah, it wasn't an ideal seat, but I will say Madison Square Garden, the vibes were exceptional even before basketball history was made. It's unlike the Staples cryptocurrency arena. It's not like I've been to many Lakers games, right? You guys know this. MSG is a totally different demon. Okay, you got the lasers up top. The vibes were fucking insane. Maybe it's because it's the finals, but I mean, it was an exceptional experience. I had similar seats on the other side of the arena for Game 3. It should have been me there in Game 4 instead of you. Yeah, well, sucks to suck for all of you. But yeah, the vibes were completely out of control. Biggest comeback in NBA history. Does anyone have the other? Does anyone have the other video of our vibes when we first got in? When Marche was like, "I brought my kids to the game." I love when our data nerd, Jules Nader, has done the data, crunch the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. He crunched the numbers. The Spurs absolutely fucking collapsed in the second half. Biggest choke I've ever seen. Yeah, this was us. This was us. There were many Hasanabi heads, by the way, around us. And then there were some Hasanabi enemies around us, too. Enemies of socialism, enemies of the working class. Maybe some cop-coded Knicks fans that happened to be right in front of us that were like, "Oh, what is that T-shirt?" Because I was wearing the Mom Donistan T-shirt, and someone was like, "That's not my mayor." And then we found out they're from Long Island, which is, I mean, literally, that's not your mayor, so you don't have to fucking worry about that at all, By the end of the night, we were all expressing camaraderie and comradely behavior as the Knicks brought it back. And what a fucking game it was. I hate Wendy's. Pretty decent seats overall. Nothing to write home about, but it's not terrible either. And it cost a grip, let's be real. But I will tell you this, okay? And I hope Will attest to this if he's honest. I know Marche will. The entire game, okay? The entire game, I was sitting there literally telling him over and over again, it doesn't matter. They're going to bring it back and they're going to fucking win. Even when they were losing by 29 points, I was like, dude, I know this sounds like a LeBron story, but I'm so glad that there are other people out there who can attest to this. I just kept repeatedly telling them over and over again, you're freaking out. And I was right. And the reason why I was right, the reason why I said the Knicks were going to bring it back is because they've always brought it back, no matter what the fucking gap looks like, because they are like fucking piranhas. And let's be real, the Spurs team is too young and is not clutch and cannot deal. When they lose their confidence, they lose everything. The whole fucking team falls apart, and we watched it unfold in real time. All it took was for them to cut the lead down by like 5 or 6. And from that point on, it was a wrap. I personally never thought that the Spurs were winning, even when it was fucking plus 29, plus 30, which, by the way, is literally a record-breaking lead. No away team in NBA Finals history, with the exception of the bubble, has ever had a 29-point lead on an away game. It was historic. By halftime, it was already NBA history. And for me, I knew all it would take for the Spurs to bring out the choke point, because they are choke artists, to fucking start choking, was break a couple 3-pointers, okay? Have the Knicks eat away slowly but surely at the comfortable lead that they had for the fucking first 3 quarters of the goddamn game. And it was a wrap from that point on. Spurs scored 76 points in the first half and 30 in the second half. 76 points. They were shooting at almost an 80% from the 3-point line. Do you understand how fucking insane that is? They were at like 78% for the first half from the 3-point line. And then they got fucking reversed. But yeah, watching Will go through the motions like that was so funny. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he went from what a difference fucking 12 minutes make in the lives of someone. You witness an all-timer that may never be touched in our lifetimes. I know. There's been 80 games in the playoffs so far. That's 320 quarters. The Spurs in the third quarter are the only team this playoffs to not have a single point in the paint. Did Will get to know all the people all around you? Yes, dude. I mean, when you're in that situation, it's everyone's family, okay? Look, there's one more video of him fucking losing his blind mind. People were trying to take photos with him. Like, they didn't know who he was. They just like thought he was a super fan. I mean, he is a super fan, but they were just stoked. If the Knicks pull this off in 5, it'll be redemption for the 99 finals with the same cadence. It was fucking crazy outside, by the way. When they say New York City, we outside, I saw it. I saw it with my own damn 2 motherfucking eyes, okay?